So with the case of acne, especially in teenagers, I want to talk about this from kind of a different perspective than what you've probably heard before. Most people are focused on some type of pharmaceutical drug, some type of cleansing product for the face, or some type of hormone thing. I want to talk about the actual mental and emotional connection and what's actually happening there. So most of us kind of have a little bit of intuition that if I'm really stressed out or I've got an emotional or mental condition, these things can actually play a role in my physical health. Some people are aware of that, some not so much. But I know when it comes to acne specifically, it has a lot to do with self-acceptance and not feeling we're good enough. So the emotion of not accepting myself can actually bring on skin conditions, especially acne. Now we think about a teenager coming of age. This is when they're in school, they're really aware of their own ego. They're thinking about, oh, you know what? Do I look good enough? Am I accepted? Do people like me? And when we start to go negative in this way of like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm ugly, we start to criticize ourselves, we're not accepting ourselves, and literally acne will start to show up as a result of that. Now the problem with this is once the acne shows up, it typically gets worse because we're like, oh my God, look at that pimple, that's ugly, nobody's gonna like me, everybody's gonna see it. And this loops in the brain and we get caught up in this process of I don't love myself, I hate myself, etc., and the acne tends to spread and get worse, and it's kind of a downward spiral. So this is something that really needs to be looked at and corrected. From the physical side of things, I have a face chart. And when you look at this face chart, you can literally see that if there's acne on the chin, it's related to the reproductive system and even hormones. You can see if it's on the cheeks, it's related to the stomach. If it's on the forehead, it's probably related to the digestive system. If it's between the eyebrows, it's related to the liver. So with this face chart, we can actually see if there's acne that's just kind of accumulating in one place, you can actually see which organ inside of the body is out of balance. So what I'd like to focus on here is another thing that is changing for teenagers coming of age is their hormones are going wild. They're starting to open up. Testosterone and estrogen and all these other hormones are starting to come in. There's human growth hormone factor because we're really starting to grow. And these hormones can be thrown off by a few things. They can be thrown off by hormones that we're actually eating. Now the only way to eat hormones is by eating pigs, chickens, cows, because these are animals that actually contain hormones. So when you're eating hormones from an exterior source and your body's producing all these hormones, it can be a bit much, and these hormone imbalances start to create issues. So I'm a big believer that if we radically cut back on animal intake and concentrate more on the plant kingdom with phytoestrogens and things that help balance our hormones, you know, certain roots like ginseng and maca and different whole foods. So I'm just gonna get straight to it. I believe that we need to look at energetically, mentally, and emotionally, accepting ourselves, loving ourselves, or at least maybe not looking in the mirror for 30 days and just trying to maintain balance and breathe. Another thing that I would highly recommend is colon cleansing. So I've got a product that you can actually consume. You take about a tablespoon every 2 hours, 5 times a day for 4 days, and it cleans the entire digestive system out. So if you have concentrated acne in one of these places, doing the colon cleanse allows all of the organs to detox. The next thing I would recommend is 30 to 60 days of a raw food, plant-based diet. That means that you're actually eating fresh plants, fruits, vegetables, salads, smoothies, juices, nuts and seeds and grains. And in fact, I have a product that's just called Raw Food. This is a variety of nuts and seeds and roots and dried fruits in a perfect proportion to give the body all the nutrients it needs, but also help the body to eliminate and balance hormones. I think that looking at it mentally, emotionally, avoiding the hormones from foods, doing this raw food diet, getting into the sun. The last thing I'm going to mention is actual skin cleaning. So I have a product called Gua Sha. I don't sell this product, I just teach you how to make it at home. It is basically bicarbonate of soda and alcohol. So I have videos showing you how to mix these things and make it with a little bit of essential oils. And you would take that and literally scrub the skin with it. It opens up the pores and it is the most cleansing product on the planet. Again, I'm not selling it. I show you how to make it. It's very cheap to make at home. Last thing I'll say is making sure you're getting into the sun, developing vitamin D. It's good for the skin. It balances your hormones. That's gonna be a fantastic remedy right there for getting rid of any skin conditions at any age. You'll be glowing after 60 days of doing this. You'll be full of energy, mentally clear. I absolutely promise you that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.